That was a great. We didn't. That wasn't. Yeah. But no. Welcome to another episode of the Blessed and Busy podcast, where we talk about all things faith related and entrepreneurship. Where we talk to dope entrepreneurs doing dope things in faith. So today I have Mr. and Miss Kelcee and Kandon Phillips. They're a married couple, love and marriage, and they're entrepreneurs. And I want you to just talk about like kind of what you guys do in your space right now.
Okay, you want to go first?
Well, ironically enough, music. So I'm a music producer, and I'm also a barber as well, which are two entrepreneurial things. And you know, man, today we're gonna discuss the downs of the
No, not the ups, just the downs.
Only the downs.
just because.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Man, you
Say that.
By the way, he because by the time this comes out, he produced the jingle to this one. So just let you guys know.
Facts.
By the time this come out, it'll be done. I'm speaking into existence.
Indeed, it will. 'Cause he's been on me, and I've been slacking.
Yeah, I had to get on here just so I could say that.
So now it's put out there.
We can cut it off now.
But yeah, man. You know, as you all know, the music workspace or the music industry is fickle anyway. So
yeah.
You know, doing that. But you know, we just did have a major breakthrough. The publishing company I'm with just won 3 Grammys for Michael, which is Killer Mike's album.
Okay, yeah.
That ran away at the Grammys.
Yeah.
You know, nobody was expecting him to win
At all.
And just another funny thing about that is like I'm 34, and I've been thinking, man, I'm just getting too old to do music just because I haven't reached the pinnacles I had planned to reach. But everybody who won Grammys this year were like 30 plus, really 35 plus.
Yeah.
And I'm talking about in the young man's categories, like the pop categories, the R&B categories,
That's true.
the rap categories.
Yeah.
So they are older artists because these new artists are trash.
They're just putting out anything.
They're pretty garbage.
Putting out anything.
So,
The world is listening.
that's a whole nother topic.
That's a whole other topic.
So I say that to say you're never too old, man.
At all.
You're never too old to start being an entrepreneur, no matter what your craft is, and to become successful in that lane. I always think about Hershey whenever I think about entrepreneurship. And if y'all know the story of Hershey's chocolate, my man had hundreds of businesses before Hershey popped off. Go look at the backstory. He and I'm talking about nothing to do with food, nothing to do with candy or chocolate at all. And he dove into all these businesses and failed hundreds of times, and then popped off with Hershey. And you know what Hershey's chocolate is today. So and then another part of that story is he was older. He was like,
I think that's just a lot of people just like hit their mark when they're older though.
yeah,
Because it takes time.
it does.
Yeah.
An experience.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Facts. But yeah, that's what I do. That's what I do.
So I'm a woman of God first, mother, wife, and I have a bunch of ministries within all of those things. But I am a photographer, which was crazy because I'd never even thought that I would do photography when I was young. I liked to take pictures of people, but it wasn't something that I was going to get into. Later in life, I think I had expressed that I did like photography, and he bought me my first equipment and camera. I was super excited to do it, and God, when the job that I was at, God actually told me to leave that job, and like leave, no plans, no nothing, and start that business and start my photography business. I didn't know that it was going to evolve into a ministry, the ministry that it is today.
That's a lot just to leave.
Look,
2018.
I was definitely a person to not leave a job,
Yeah. Especially
and without a
women.
plan.
Yeah,
Without
especially
a
women.
plan.
That's just how they. Like, yeah.
I hated the fact that I wasn't gonna have security because I always had a job, and or 9 to 5
fired.
job.
And you just got fired.
And you got at the same time.
Ain't no way in the world.
And we had Camilla.
Ain't no way.
And so the story is, we was working at the same job. We was working at the hospital.
Yeah.
And I was doing a night shift. She was doing the morning shift. So, and then we had Camilla. So we was switching off.
Yeah.
You know, she'll come get her, and I'll drop her off. You know, whatever.
Like
Yeah.
3
Yeah, she was
3
young.
at the time.
And then, you know, they be hating on your boy. They was hating on your boy at the hospital. I'm like, you know, you at the hospital.
What's
man.
hating?
What's hating? Right,
hating?
right.
I mean, you know, I put it like this: there weren't a lot of young black males
Okay.
there in my department, and you know, they was hating on your boy.
They was
Oh
hating.
my
They want to
gosh.
let your boy be great, man.
We'll go with that. We'll go with that.
No, I worked ER administration in the window,
Okay.
right? And my boss came in one day. She was like, "We've had several reports you being asleep, and somebody coming in for an emergency." And I was like, "I don't remember that.
Oh my gosh, that is embarrassing.
I don't remember being asleep." So, you know, I do remember
told
one
me.
time I was asleep and the dude knocked on the window. I was like, "Oh, shit,
Yeah, I don't know how you did the overnight
it's
stuff. I couldn't-
overnight." But anyway, so but yeah, so I got fired from that job. Then
Yeah.
I started managing a Waffle House.
Hold on. Can I tell my story?
I'm sorry, go ahead.
You just took over my whole thing.
He's about to take off.
I was about to segue back to
You about to segue? Okay,
Yeah.
go ahead.
Go ahead, segue.
And then Kelcee started photography.
No, but yeah, God told me to quit that job, and I was not ready for that. I was scared because I always had a job, whether it was 1 or 2 jobs, and I was scared. And so the biggest thing that I was scared of was going in and telling them, "Hey, I'm about to put my 2 weeks in."
Yeah.
But that actually was the easiest thing that I could do. When I walked into the office, I said, "Hey, can I come in?" He said, "Yeah, come on in." I said, "Hey, I've been working there for 4 years."
Yeah.
And I was like, I think I'm going to leave to go and put in my 2 weeks and start my business for photography. He said, "Great. You're not going to get rich working for me." And I was like,
Facts.
"Oh
That's a
my
real one.
gosh, y'all been working me." And nobody, I just feel like no boss ever tells
At
their
all.
employees
They're always
that.
spiteful for some reason.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm like, you act like you can't get another me.
Man.
Middle management, bro.
Yeah, you can't get
Gosh.
another me.
But nobody really realizes like that they're literally thinking that as they're bossing you around, you know, some people are really nice, but like as they're over you, they're thinking they working for me. You know, and y'all know about them schedules. Like they'll put you anywhere, whatever time, not ask you all that, and you got to deal with that. You know, especially when you have a family and all that stuff like that. Like it's stressful, and so just to go in there and tell him that, and then he said that to me, that was just confirmation. Like you know, so that was the easy part. The hard part was trying to figure out how to get my business up off the ground.
Yeah.
But that was it. I had been on my first God journey at that job. He was showing me so many things, how to be like my character. He was building my character. He was building my spirit. He was telling me to go. I delivered trays to the rooms back and forth. So I was praying for people, and I was, you know, just speaking into people's lives and stuff. I didn't even know how to do that, but the Holy Spirit was like intervening and stuff. And he just showed me the side of me that was healing.
Yeah.
You know, how my personality could be healing to other people and through my words. And so I was learning maybe 3 years, because that first year I was a little rough, you know, everything, the cussing, the joking, perverted jokes, everything.
Transition phase.
No, for real. That it was a whole transition phase. I wasn't ready, but at that job, I realized that's whenever God can use anything or any place to change you, right? And build your character. You just have to be willing. Yeah. You have to say yes, because I wasn't going to change if on my own. Yeah. Right. I still probably would have been the same person, but he wasn't going to reveal to me that I needed to leave until my assignment was done, right, at that job. And so whenever I started to change, well, there was one day I heard God say my name, literally called my name. And it was like, that's so Raven. Like everything that I ever did in my life, bad, like flashed before my eyes. Like when it happened, I'm serious. Like I just felt like I had to repent and not even know what repenting was. Like, and I was just like, I'm sorry. Like, I got to change. The first thing I heard was Kelcee. Like, and then it felt like everything flashed before my eyes, like all my sins, right? And then the second thing I said was, I got to change. And some people have small change, right? Or increment changes. Like, I was cold turkey on everything. Like, if I was cussing, no. Like, I'm not doing that no more unless he made me mad. And then if I was, talking crazy jokes and all that stuff like that, like, it just changed. It just stopped. Any music on the radio, any movies, he knows. I don't watch nothing. I barely watch anything. I barely listen to anything. Cold turkey, everything.
She's seen 7 movies.
Like for the past. For the past, like
Life.
Shut up. The movie Life. That's my favorite movie. Shut up. Shut up. Shut your mouth right now. Is it because
she can't stay awake during the movies, or she just
Both.
Just don't?
She only has the capacity.
Because I know she just like Courtney. Courtney can't stay awake from movies.
I can't.
The Martin Lawrence.
I'm sorry. My spirit can't take a lot. I don't allow it. I don't allow things to come in or go out. I just don't like.
What the Knights movie? What is that movie called?
Oh, with Martin Lawrence.
Yeah.
What's the movie with
Martin Lawrence? What's he doing?
Being
he
funny.
Goes back in time.
Being funny. Oh, Knight.
The Black Knight. The Black Knight.
I think it's called Knight.
It's called The Black Knight.
Is it The Black Knight?
Yeah, it's The Black Knight.
That's on something recently.
I love that.
Like Hulu or something like
He's
that.
naming all the movies that I like. He said Life.
No, or have watched.
Or have watched ever.
Yeah, in life.
Whatever. Anyways, but yeah, that journey at the hospital was a crazy one. And one thing that I really highly recommend you not to do when you're changing for God, it really just needs to be between you and God until he releases you to share that testimony and that growth with people. Because you get on a Jesus high and you start sharing everything, like, and then people will, if you're not ready as a baby believer, you will get thrown into the whole, like, crocodiles, everything. Like, people were tearing me to pieces when I told them, I was like, I'm a change for Jesus. I'm changing for Jesus. I don't know why I was just announcing it. Like, it was just like something.
Were you proud about it?
I was. And then this lady was like, oh, your life is going to be so boring. And I was like, oh my gosh. Crazy. Then there was a guy there that was.
Why you say like this? She was Hispanic?
Yeah, she was.
With the accent. Everybody got that little accent.
No, I was real hurt. I was really hurt when she said that. I guess I don't think she was playing.
Do anything, no.
Shut up. Be serious. But no, there was like this other guy there. He was like he believed in, I think he was like a Hebrew, an Israelite. And he was just like, no, he was. Can you stop name dropping?
I'm sorry. You gonna see this?
Please cut that.
Maybe. I don't know.
Please cut it.
I'm sorry.
Yeah,
Kitty.
we don't name drop. Okay, that's rude.
My bad.
So, anyways, no, he knows this though. Like, he would come up to me and like test me on my faith, and if I knew the word. And there was just one time where I didn't know the word, and then he came back and he was like, you don't know this about the word. And then, I don't know, I just knew that we weren't on the same page. We just didn't believe the same things because of how he was not loving me, and I realized, I was like, you know what? Jesus loves everyone. Yeah. Like, he loves everyone. He was like, no, he don't. He loves. And I was just like, you know what? It's okay. It's okay. I'm just going to be over here. I still love you though. But it's just like, it had its ups and downs. Yeah. To get to entrepreneurship from just loving that 9 to 5 and being secure with that 9 to 5 to getting to entrepreneurship, that was hard.
Yeah.
That was really a really hard transition for me. But once I got there, God started revealing so many tools that I had inside of myself. It was like God just started giving me stuff like to continue. Yeah. Like he started showing me visions, and then my business didn't unfold into a ministry until maybe a year and a half, 2 years later. Is that my son coming up? Okay.
Oh, maybe
both of them.
Well,
this is what happens when you're toddlers.
Mommy,
Yes.
I need my basketball.
You need a basketball? Go get it.
first time on the Blessed and Busy podcast.
Oh, yeah.
Is Kingdom right there too?
Mommy,
Where's Kingdom?
in the room.
What's up, man?
He says,
What's he say?
What'd he say?
he in the room.
That's what he said.
He in the room.
This is my first son. Go check on Kingdom. Go check on
Niggas,
Kingdom.
This is rarely
Go check. No, he's downstairs. Go check on him.
Mommy,
I didn't mean to scare you, baby. I'm not trying to scare you.
No.
Nothing's coming.
no.
Come on.
What's going on?
Daddy, can you tell him to go check on Kingdom?
I'm trying to see if we gonna cut. Are we cutting? Or?
Oh, it's
No,
just
we
a stop.
don't have to cut.
Yeah, it don't matter.
Okay, be still, okay? I think Kingdom will figure it out. Let me see.
No, Kingdom's crying.
Yeah, okay, go ahead. I'll just keep talking.
Yeah.
Get on my back.
Yeah, get on Daddy's back.
Where's the daddy back?
He said, "Can I get on my back?" But no, like I said, it's hard. That transition was hard, but God was just revealed. As soon as I said yes, as soon as I was obedient to the calling, it was just like God just started downloading, and I almost wasn't ready for all of the information that He was giving me. And we never are, but for some reason, just write it down, just like the word said, write it down, make it plain, and I did all of that. And so about 2 years later, I think that God started revealing, because I'm one of those people who are like, okay, is this going to glorify God? Because if it's not, I don't need to do it.
Exactly.
And I'm like trying to think about how I can make this business glorify God. I'm like, dang, I'm taking pictures, and then I had an encounter with what I believe was a witch for the first time as a client. And so I'm taking her, this is before I did any consultations before, and so we was walking, about to take pictures, and I was like, oh, so what do you do, for a living? She was like, oh, I read tarot cards.
Yeah. I had a feeling you were going to go that way. When you said witch, I was like, I just have a feeling she does tarot cards.
Yeah, but I didn't know what a witch looked like an actual person. They don't look you know what I'm saying? Like the movies. And so, and so, I was like, I had to brush through it because I didn't know how to act. She paid me, so I had to take her photos. And I'm telling you, dang, after I got done, when I got to the editing process of doing her, editing her pictures, I legit saw her face it was transforming into whatever she was.
Really?
As I was editing. Yes, her teeth were getting bigger, her smile was getting bigger. It was crazy. I had to.
That's like in a movie type of thing.
Do you hear me? It was just the craziest thing I'd ever seen in my life. And, that would scare people alone. The enemy did a lot of things to where he just wanted to take me out of that position and just not let this happen. And so that's how I knew I was doing the right thing.
Exactly.
Right. And so, and it takes maturity as a believer to understand that that's what's happening, because that'll scare a lot of people away from entrepreneurs, or away from what they're doing. Right. So I'm just like that scared me. Yeah. But it also fueled me to go in the right direction. So now I'm like, oh no, no. I am God. Please bring me only believers. Yeah. I just want people of Christ. Like that's all the clientele that I
People are
want.
scared to do that because it's like, oh, it's gonna like that's
Nope.
50% of my business, maybe 25% of my business
What?
that I'm only gonna work with.
Yeah, but how many spirits are you bringing into your business? How many people speaking over your business and they, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm not saying I'm going to talk bad to you if you believe in a different God. I'm just on my questionnaire. I just need you to check yes or no if you want me to pray or
That's
not.
the only question I got.
before the shoot. Like, and like you're gonna see. It's not like it's a surprise. My whole Instagram and my website reflects Jesus.
It
so
took time too.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
To filter all
2
that
years.
out.
Yeah.
Because now all her referrals are usually believers, and, or somebody who at least respects what she's doing.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
And,
That can be scary for like you want to start a business, and I'm like, I'm the same way, but my thing is kind of a little bit different because I want to help anybody that's just wanting to help.
Right.
But at the same time, like the people that I educate and try to bring on and stuff like that, I want to make sure like they're in the right space.
Right.
As far as like what path we're on. But I really want to see what was both of you guys is like. But you talked a little bit about like almost how you got out of photography, right? It's like what's something that almost pulled you out of like per se your calling for like whatever you're doing.
I mean, just the business being hard in itself, like a hard business to break into.
Yeah.
Just the music industry, like it's hit or miss. And actually, it's a lot better now because there's so many like cult followings of different artists and different people who, they need beats or they need recording, they need, so it's a lot different than how it used to be, to where you had to go to like a high level music studio to be able to get your music out. But even with that, it was just like, man, I know when I was first starting, I was like, man, why isn't anybody buying my product? Why isn't anybody buying my beats? And it's because I was trash.
But you had to start somewhere.
You had to start somewhere.
I was trash too.
But oh yeah, we were both pretty trash.
Were you happy to be trash?
Hey,
though?
I charge for my trash.
Oh yeah, I charged for my trash.
Straight up.
I did not.
I definitely listened to some stuff that I was like, oh, somebody purchased that. But that's the only way that you can get better.
Yeah.
But even more so with the music, mine, I have a visual representation of me starting to cut hair, right, and me being like, okay, I'm about to do this for real. I'm about to really, invest into this business, and then I used to take pictures and post them, online. And
like that's a weird thing to do.
Well, I would post.
What do you mean though? What do you mean about?
I would post and be proud of the work I had done.
Oh, like you mean like a cover photo?
And now I look back at those photos.
Oh my gosh!
Like,
and I was behind you the whole time.
Somebody allowed me to play in their head like that. I can't believe it.
Okay.
And so, because it was bad, but I'll say we both really started our businesses, revving them up during the pandemic.
Yeah,
like we started prior to like getting our feet wet, but that's when our
the pandemic was hard.
Yeah,
we was good with the pandemic.
Yeah, like
the business was good.
We had already started the entrepreneur wave. Because that's what started a lot.
To start a business.
That's when a lot of businesses started.
Oh yeah,
it's during the pandemic.
I don't know what I was doing.
So
I don't know what I was just living life, getting that stimulus and spending it.
Them barbershops was shut down.
Yeah,
and people was needing them haircuts, and I was cutting hair out in the house. I had a whole setup in the house, and shoot, my business started exploding. I was like, oh, I can do this. Like,
which was amazing because you literally started cutting hair out of nowhere. Yeah. I'm like, how you not take a class or go to school, anything? Just
go with the.
It was crazy.
Just kind of just picked it up.
Yeah,
but more so than that, it was just that started exploding, and then the music started taking off because everybody was at home, and people were like, oh, I'm gonna start making music. Then I got time. I have time to make music. All these stimulus checks, I need all that bread.
Yeah,
give me all of that. So that's when and then her photography was going crazy. I'll have artists come to the house And I'll be like, okay, yeah, you want to record, you want to do some beats. My wife does photography. If you need
get the covers and everything, so they're just working in tandem with each other.
One-stop shop for sure.
I love it. Yeah. So I mean, at that point, y'all. So did y'all's business still, I guess, coincide with each other, or mainly y'all just try to?
Me and my wife have really tried to work together.
It's kind of hard because those are too wide spread, but like you can make it work if you really want to.
I mean, you need pictures of everything.
Exactly.
You always need pictures.
Yeah.
So that does coincide, but me and my wife have not figured out how to really like work together. In that aspect of our businesses.
Well, you guys have something definitely unique because it's hard to say. It's usually typically in every marriage is different, but predominantly it's mainly the men that are entrepreneurs and the wife that are like, the nurturers, the homekeepers, stuff like that, right? So like,
and she does that too,
and she does it well. So it's like, how is it to the point like where you guys are like how? It's hard to ask you guys that question because like she understands that mindset already. She understands. I feel like for me, like it took
like somebody taking a back seat.
Yeah, like it took a while for me to just like help Courtney understand like, this is my life. Like this is what I'm doing like 27 hours out of the day type of thing.
Right.
And it's like with her not in that mindset and she don't understand that, it's hard for me to convince her or even just try to reason with her like this is what I got to do to like, put food on the table.
I thank God that she stepped out on faith and became a photographer. But my wife is still very much so safe with her business moves. Mm-hmm. And I take chances.
Yeah.
I take a lot of chances. So with that being said, like Kelcee has a really strong following on Instagram.
Yeah.
Her She's Submissive podcast.
Oh, we need to talk about that too, yeah.
Yeah, I'm sorry, She's Submissive Instagram.
Yeah.
But she just has a podcast.
That needs a podcast.
Well, she has one. She does it.
Oh, okay, bet.
But that's the point that I'm trying to make.
Yeah.
She's done like a couple of them.
Okay.
I would love to see her flourish in those areas. Like she has enough of a following to dedicate her time solely to just social media.
Yeah.
To where, she's gotten the products, she's gotten paid through social media stuff. But she hasn't. I would love to see her just like dive in it for real.
What do you think is stopping her?
I think it's uncomfortability. Just with the not knowing, and also that takes so much time and energy and consistency.
It does.
With the little babies, as you see how we got interrupted. So we got we got 2 little boys, 1 and 2. Mm-hmm. Then we got our 8-year-old, and then we have our
she's 8 now?
Camille's
oh, 8. She just had a birthday.
She just turned 8. Then we have our 15-year-old, and she's pregnant. And this will be the 3rd year in a row where she
breaks.
Is pregnant. And I understand. Like I would love to see her do that, but we have so many friends who are just living their lives off of social media content.
Yeah,
and I that's the next animal I want to conquer.
Yeah,
is get into a position to where that's like sustainable income for us because we have a large family. People love large families. We're both entrepreneurs. We meet the criteria. It's just the putting in the work. And probably one of the other reasons she hasn't been able to do it is because I'm not the easiest to work with. She'd be like, babe, can you do that?
But I think that's what people want to see. Like it's almost like entertainment, but at the same time it's like genuine like relatability. Yeah. Right? Like people can relate to that because I don't think I'm the easiest person to work with. Yeah. People may see that on the outside because like, that's all they see. But like Courtney can tell you
husband and wife dynamics
like like as many times as y'all say we don't argue, we argue. Like everybody else, I don't know where everybody get this facade like me and Courtney don't argue, we definitely argue.
Yeah, y'all seem real like,
I think just on the
I don't like that. I don't like that either.
It's how we argue.
Well, let's not like it together. And then,
Let's all work together.
and then it's good.
That's it.
Everything's fine.
Hug.
Hug it out.
No, we definitely argue and stuff like that. I think that's what just makes it more genuine. People just want to watch that type of thing. I don't know why people want to watch it, honestly.
I don't have the mindset to, let me set up a camera.
That
You know,
part.
but she does. She sees everything from a photography perspective. And
Hey,
we got a new member?
You wanna say hi? No. We were just talking
New
about
member
you.
to the podcast?
No.
Oh, you're in the camera
He's
though.
mommy.
Oh, my bad. Where's the camera?
It's everywhere.
I'm standing over here.
But we were just talking about your she's submissive.
Oh, okay.
Do you call it a brand or what do you call
I
it?
still call it a ministry.
Ministry. Okay, got you. So we were just talking about that and kind of like your next steps
Y'all are
in
so
mind.
over here. I just got.
Just turn your body. Stop worrying about the audio.
Oh, no, I'm
It
not.
can hear you.
I'm
Oh
not,
no, they definitely can hear you.
I'm not. Let me. Okay.
Oh, you can pull it up to you.
Over
No,
Maybe
lean
hold it towards
back.
you.
You look like you taking a school picture.
I know. One hand on your knee like this.
You just need a little force back.
It's all good. Okay, what's your question?
Talk about like what's your idea and what's your actually first talk about it yourself, like what it is, and then like what is the idea that you want to go on from there. But yeah,
Okay, so She Submissive it actually birthed from me learning how to be submissive
Praise the Lord.
because this wonderful man just so funny and provoking
Praise the Lord.
sometimes
Yeah.
on purpose. Right, babe?
I don't provoke you.
No, but
I am the perfect husband.
no, but it was birthed from my journey of being submissive, and I always feel the need to share
yeah,
any of my experience with a community of people, and so I know for a fact that submission in marriage is a struggle
yeah,
for a lot of women. Just women, period. A lot of wives and a lot of women, like when people hear the word submission, like you're like, what? And so when you think about submission, we all know that submission, well, us three, is basically yielding over your authority
Yeah.
too, right? And so first God, that's my thing, and then to your husband, right? So I always share my journey of She Submissive as this is something that I'm still working on. I'm just taking y'all through it.
Yeah.
Y'all are watching me go through it, and I'm showing my, giving my experience and tips along the way, right? Because I'm not perfect. I always give that disclaimer, right? But I really wanted to help other women and wives who have God-fearing husbands to get closer to God through submission and to understand how powerful it is within their marriage, right? Because a lot of women are like, I'm not listening to him, or I'm not, I struggle with listening to God. How am I listen to a man? Like,
That's culture too. Culture is,
period. That's what I'm saying. Like, even just as men, like, don't y'all sometimes struggle, like, just listening to God, like, or just hearing God, like, just, it's
more so than that, I'm just
submitting
talking about, like,
and
women.
surrendering.
The culture today of women
yeah.
is
Yeah.
No, I'm not listening to.
Oh, yeah.
I can get my
that
own
man.
bag.
Right, I can get my
Yeah.
own bag.
I don't need a man to tell me.
I don't need a man for nothing.
I feel like we've really butchered ourselves in that area too. Like a lot of men have just really just completely given up on, every single part of being a man, like, or a father or whatever. Like they just don't show up, or they have so many expectations of a woman and that they not even thinking about, like, being loyal, and they just set that precedent. And then women, we're like, oh my gosh, we got to work so hard and just pick up the slack, like, and that really, really hurts us to the point where we're so hard.
Can I share a story with that?
Yeah.
So I saw this lady. She was talking. She was like, she was about to go on a date. And she comes outside of her house. The man is standing right there, and it shocked her, And man has come out the car, has flowers in his hand, standing at her doorstep. She comes outside. He meets her there. She's shocked, like, okay, that's weird, but okay.
Not weird.
Right.
That's crazy, right?
The man gives her the flowers. They walk to the car. He opens her car door. She gets in, he shuts it, then he walks to the other side and continues to drive. She says immediately when she gets in the car after he closes the door, she enters her group chat. She's like, this dude is weird. This dude he's sitting at my doorstep. He got flowers. He is so corny. You know what I'm saying?
What the movies do.
And this is how, it's chivalry. You know, like this is how
they say it's dead.
Chivalry is big. That's why though.
Yeah.
That's why women don't want that. So trust me, I have no insight into the single life or being a single man.
Me and Courtney be saying, I was like, if I was dating now, I'm so happy I'm married.
I'd be
eating alive. I was already like halfway in the begin with.
But she said, she was like, that was corny. She was like, I know this is the stuff that we ask for, but I don't want this. And then
what do you want?
Then she goes on to say she had to check herself. She was like, this is what we ask for. We say we want men to do this and have the flowers and be chivalrous and all of these things. She was like, she had to check herself and be like, okay, now that I've been presented this, I want that now. Now that I went on this date,
she didn't take him no right.
No, she was like, he's corny.
This is corny. But I want this from somebody else.
Right. Not you.
I don't think
but what he did, I mean, he might have been corny, you know.
Yeah.
You don't know. You got to be smooth with it, you know. But I thought that was so funny because I be listening to like everybody watches Instagram and be seeing like the girls who all be lined up. And it'll be a guy, and they have balloons, and the guy will walk
I literally
in.
just saw it on my feed,
bro, and they'll just start to talk, pop, 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 like, and they be saying like,
so the pop is for them
if you
to
don't
say
want
something.
like that,
They're uninterested.
Wow,
They're uninterested,
and he don't even be saying nothing, right?
He be saying like, he be like, I'm a pharmacist. I'm a big movie buff. He's so corny, and I could not be single because they be tripping. But I say that to say because She's Submissive is a great outlet for people to understand how a woman should already be acting like a wife and be training to be submissive to her husband, and what the Bible says about the Proverbs 31 woman. My wife does an amazing job at exemplifying that and also reiterating that with her posts and the things she talks about in her podcast. And so I think it's definitely needed in society.
Yeah, I don't. There's a lot of, and I'm gonna tell you a story about it though. But I don't post until I go through a lot of things. I don't post until I'm actually going through something, because I want to make sure that I've experienced what I'm talking about. Because a lot of people don't understand. Like, you speaking in people's lives, and you don't even know what you're talking about. You don't even know what these people have been through. A lot of people. At first, when I started doing She's Submissive, I didn't think about how broad men could be. Like, I didn't think about like the abusive men and the you know what I'm saying, like, and they're married, and the men who are raping, like, I didn't think about that part, like, and I'm still praying on that, but even that's sometimes I get a little, I think the enemy be trying to play in my ear, but I get a little afraid to post sometimes because it's a big platform. Yeah. And it's almost like a preacher. Like, I'm not a preacher. Like, you know what I'm saying? But I'm still, speaking into people's lives, and this is still hopping into people's marriage. Yeah. So I'm on Instagram as She's Submissive, and you see this post, and then if I'm off, they off,
But the thing is, like, can you really, I feel like, can you really take that and put it on yourself? Because it's like, they can take it how they take it, but like your intention, how you posted it.
I took the responsibility
That's
to post
true.
it.
I mean, I think of it like, let's say you do post something racy or something, controversial.
Controversial.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? it's a learning experience.
Oh, yeah.
Well,
That's true.
Absolutely.
you post it, hey, God, I was wrong.
Right.
I apologize.
Right.
I'm learning too. Like that whole thing about you said it. The first thing you said, you gave the disclaimer.
Yeah.
I always
I'm
have
growing
to.
too. I'm still,
I'm not perfect.
And
Yeah.
trust me, my wife is definitely still learning.
No.
She does an amazing job. She does
Yeah.
a wonderful job. But matter of fact, I'll give an example this morning. It's like 5:32. I wake up.
Exactly.
I wake up to use the bathroom. 5:40. Let's say 5:40. I wake up to use the bathroom. I go use the bathroom. I come back to bed. I'm about to get this last 20 minutes of sleep in
Yeah.
for sure. Right. So the first thing my wife says to me, "Hey, did you set an alarm?" No, it is 5:32 because that's how I woke up.
Yeah, you
She said she wakes up. She said, "Hey, did you set an alarm?" And I'm like, "No." And it's 5:30. I was like, "Set an alarm." Okay. I set an alarm for 6, right?
Yeah.
Mind you, my wife never goes back to sleep after this. So I set the alarm for 6, and I'm like, okay, let me go use the bathroom. I'll come back to bed, and then I'm trying to go back to sleep,
And I know this.
and because I know that I have a limited amount of time, but everybody
That 20
wants
minutes
to
can be so essential
Right, it's crucial
for the rest of the day.
It's crucial,
Yeah.
right? So then, hey. Do you think you could text your first client today and see if you can get him in later today?
Because I'm trying to make the day a lot
Cool.
smoother. It makes sense.
Well, it's a great idea.
Mm-hmm.
It's a wonderful idea. In 20 minutes, it's a spectacular idea after 6.
Yeah.
So then that's the first question. Then another question arises. I can't even remember. At this time, I'm already mad because
I just asked,
I can't even go.
what's he gonna wear
Oh, yeah,
today?
I wasted about 3-4 minutes thinking about it.
Yeah, she's like, what are you wearing today? Are you?
I'm ironing at this point.
Now I'm mad because I'm like, why did you have me set an alarm? What was the alarm for?
It was for him.
Why did you have me set?
She had no
an
intention of
alarm
going back to sleep.
She had no intentions of going back to sleep. So cool. The alarm is for me. Cool. Let me sleep, right? Because we have an alarm, obviously. And at this point, I'm hot. I'm mad because you had me set an alarm. Then you want to keep talking to me and asking me questions.
So mean in the morning.
But she's doing it. It's annoying, but she's doing it with so much grace. She's responding to me with so much grace and fruits of the spirit.
And no
right?
matter how much I have,
I'm like, I'm holding back a little bit. I could have really went off, but I'm still like,
It's soft
I'm
tongue.
going off. I'm going off,
Yeah.
right? And she's like, I'm sorry, babe. I was just thinking that maybe, And then at this point in time, I recognize it. I like, man, she's really
good.
she's really being nice.
Yeah.
So I'm not gonna really handle her right now because she's being so nice. But we've come very far
Yeah.
from how it used to be.
Yes.
It used to be if I
Get
give
up.
in to that moment,
Yeah.
and I will at 6. If I give in to that moment, she matching my energy, and now our whole morning is offset. And now we mad at each other because we're entrepreneurs, man. It's not like we going to a 9 to 5. I see you. I'm gonna see you.
Yeah.
Majority of the day we together, and that actually works a lot
see
for our
you all the
relationship.
Yeah.
But no, I saw those fruits of the spirit working this morning, and then I was like, man, you was really in the wrong. You could have handled that differently.
He's talking about himself.
Yeah.
But why did you have me set the alarm? That was my biggest question.
My biggest thing, my thought process was he knew my phone was in. Sometimes I just want to be irresponsible and leave my phone.
I had no idea.
Like,
I was not thinking about
he
your phone
doesn't set an
at all.
alarm because I always do.
Yeah.
Right? So sometimes I feel like I can do that.
I set an alarm every day. I just forgot last night.
Yeah.
So I'm like, oh, babe, well, we have to take our daughter to school, right?
Yeah.
And so, like, I'm like, oh, babe, you set an alarm, like, and I'm like, okay, immediately the Holy Spirit's like, Kelcee, you're waking him up and he hates waking up. Don't make him mad. And like,
I was good with the first one. Okay, babe, I'll set it.
Right. And I knew it. I know how he acts in the morning, right? So we control our responses. Everybody does. So, and I hit him with the soft tone too, right? So like, it was just controlling the whole tone. And I'm like, honey, it's the honey. Honey, you can be mad at me, for being productive. Or like, and I'm just like literally like so calm.
That was a great way to put it.
It was good.
You can be mad at me if you want to, but
she could have won an Oscar for how she was going this morning. Yeah. And mind you, I'm very mad, but I'm noticing it. I'm like, dang, she really like.
And I'm just waiting for it to work because it take me if his spirit is still there, I'm gonna catch it. Like later on, it's gonna come out of
person.
Me.
Yeah,
I'm not a morning person at all, and she just waits.
Another day.
Brand new day.
I had to go to the store.
Chirping, just
Yes, the sun.
That's how
Look
she
at
wake
it.
up. She just floats up.
I
on a
love
day
it.
like this.
On a day like this, it was
I
still
love
birds
it.
chirping outside my window and just all kind of stuff. It's just the sun was shining through all this rain. The sun was shining through my window.
Yes, thank you, Jesus.
Because of her. But let me put on a movie at 8:30.
Yeah,
Bro.
It's a wrap.
No, you put on that music at 8:30.
I'm just talking about.
Oh, my bad. Look, last night, because you caught me off guard last night. I'm ready for all the kids to go to
I'm
sleep.
fresh home from the studio.
It's
I'm trying to hear everything I recorded.
It's 8:30. We on a schedule. It's time to go to sleep. And hit boom, 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 boom in the living room.
My son's turning up.
They love it. They love it. They eating it up.
I
And
can
it's,
just imagine Kavon just dancing.
oh my gosh, you are triggering these children. So I try my hardest not to yell down the hallway.
As entrepreneurs,
Like,
we
honey.
have to stick to a schedule.
Yeah,
Y'all, I'm telling y'all, call, not y'all, just the women. Call your husband's honey. It's amazing.
It works.
It works.
Courtney's never been a honey person,
But I never was either until I heard somebody else do it. And I was like, wow, you know what? I'm going back to the movie thing. Like, we've been trained. Honey, I'm home.
If she
you
ever said honey,
You think something was wrong?
it would be weird, right?
Absolutely, immediately.
But when I made
you
the
up to?
transition, though, I said it. I was like, I'm going to start calling you honey. I said it because I didn't want him. I didn't want
It's
him
not
to
her,
be.
it's not her vocabulary.
It wasn't in mine. It wasn't in
What's she
mine.
call you? She call you babe?
But that's it.
Babe.
That's it. That's what I know. She can get away with that.
Yeah.
But honey,
Nothing
No.
else.
That
I've
just-
grown, but it's not what she's saying. It's the tone and
that she's
how
saying
she
it
says
in. I give it a shot.
Because it makes me go like real meek and all the humility and humbleness just comes out whenever I have to call him that.
Because I wouldn't even mad at her for leaving me to go to Kroger and getting all the kids ready this morning.
Yeah, I was
Wasn't
getting
even mad.
groceries. Why you gonna be mad at me?
I wasn't even mad.
It was the honey.
It was the honey.
If she says honey, I'm gonna look at her like.
It's gonna make you feel some type of
I
way.
just know that's how I'm gonna act when she do it. But I love y'all's dynamic as a couple and how you guys are doing things. And I think it's just a testimony in itself how you guys handle each other.
Yeah.
How many years has it been together?
It's been a lot of work. It's been a lot of
Oh,
work.
of course.
Since like 2014.
So was that
So
10
that's
years?
10 years.
Wow.
Well, we've known each other. We've known each other for
Before
14
then.
years.
Yeah. We've known each other for 14. We were best friends.
We've been married for 4 years.
We've only been married for 4 years, but our daughter's 8. So
Yeah.
I put it to you like that.
Yeah. So it's a lot of numbers. A lot of
yeah.
lot of time periods in there.
Yeah, man.
Long time.
And we had
I
every
met her
stage.
when she was 18.
And I worked for
at
him.
Golden Triangle Mall.
It works for him.
I did.
Oh, I did too.
Golden Triangle
At
Mall.
finish line?
No.
No, I had
wow.
a
He
yeah,
looked like a
did
finish
work
line
They never
employee.
hired
for me.
me.
I had my first business in Golden Triangle Mall. There was we entrepreneurship. It was called Papa Dean's Popcorn. It's the first business I ever had.
For real.
And I was selling gourmet popcorn at UNT. UNT actually did a write-up on me. Yeah, you can find it online today. You put in Kandon Phillips, say Papa Dean's Popcorn. And then, I was selling there. And then I see this crazy girl walking down Golden Triangle Mall. I'm in like the middle intersection where it's like, there was like the gyro place right here.
Yeah.
And then
So about the food court.
it was across. It was the salon. It was like a salon right here. Behind me was like
I remember that place like it was like
toys.
yesterday.
Yeah, you remember that?
Yeah,
The little
I remember
intersection?
the direct.
Yeah.
I know you remember. But, yeah, so she's like 18. She's walking down with these 1.5-inch heels, and
He always says that.
oh my god, it was terrible. And then she's talking on this flip phone, and she just walks up and just starts just talking, just going.
That would have been, you would have been the one to call me weird at that time.
I had a business partner. We were just sitting there. It was like, she just comes, sits down. She's like, do you know who is? And then she's been in my life ever since.
Every day. I do the same thing to him every day.
Ever since.
Yeah, we was best. You know what? I think you was my best friend. You was my best friend. I wasn't your best
always
friend.
listening.
Kelcee
Yeah,
was
always
one
listening.
Of my best friends.
Yeah.
I knew a lot of people.
He couldn't get rid of me.
Yeah.
I was too real. I was a loyal one for sure.
I think that's what it is.
Mm-hmm.
Like when you find a real one and they just like, how did I even find Courtney? I literally had to find Courtney.
Really?
Because I saw her at a point and we passed each other and we never spoke when we passed each other.
Wow.
That's it,
And I was like, she cute. Like I gotta, and I lost her because we were at a party, so I lost her.
Oh, wow.
And it was like at that point, you know tea parties, you can't once you
Oh,
leave,
man.
That's it.
it's over with.
Man.
And so I had to like,
On to the next.
I had to go on social media, and I saw her friend,
Been there, done that.
and then a friend to a friend,
Yeah, just a little light stalking.
a little bit. It
Not a
wasn't nothing
light
weird,
stalking.
you know.
Trying
It
to
was nothing
find her.
weird, but like I had to find like about 3 people.
Wow.
So I found her, and then
Looking through them friends.
yeah.
You found out about her face?
Oh yeah.
Oh my gosh.
I was determined.
Oh yeah.
When you know, you know.
Yeah, I was determined.
That's a man of God right there for real.
I was determined.
looking for his
And,
wife.
Or just a man.
He's found
just a
finding
man.
the good thing.
Oh, yeah, I would just say at that point I was just a man.
Gotcha.
Just a man.
Yeah. After then, like at first, obviously I was going with just probably the wrong intention. Actually, I don't know what my intentions were. I didn't think she was gonna talk to me honestly. But from that, like from my first conversation, I know I was acting weird. Like I was a person like on the first date, I sat next to her, like instead of across from her.
Oh
How
wow.
did she take that?
She
Oh,
thought I
that's
was
weird.
weird.
That's
Kelcee
weird.
hates that.
Oh my
She thought I was
gosh,
weird.
that's so weird.
And I ate beef tongue on our first date.
Where
I
did
was
y'all go?
I was acting wild.
she
I
liked
don't know
you.
what was wrong with me. I don't know how we're
Where'd
here right
you
now.
take her?
Oh, Ricky's. That's not really called Ricky's. I always called him Ricky, but it was this Mexican
my
place. But she like
gosh.
Mexican food.
Oh, you was
It was
trying not
Rancho
to
in
get.
Commerce.
Beef tongue.
I had beef
He
tongue.
was trying not to get.
I was trying to be adventurous. That's how I am now, though. But like, I was just trying to be
You was
genuine.
being yourself though.
I was being genuine. I was like, "Oh, I'm gonna just try this," and he told me what it was. He says beef tongue. I was like, "Oh, great,
I've
let's
got
try
to hear her
it."
side of this story.
Yeah, no, she thought I was like, she didn't want to talk to me. After that.
Yeah,
but we
so
did.
how did you get the second date?
I think I was just consistent.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I think I was just consistent, and she was I don't know how that happened. I don't know how we're here.
My wife is not continuing to check her phone for text message. We literally have a video set up downstairs
Yeah,
for our boys, and she's
oh, that's
watching.
probably Elijah.
I'm checking on my kids.
Oh, okay.
That's probably Elijah.
Crying?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah, that's probably Elijah. But
You said the second time. Would you ask him the second time?
How did he get the second
Oh,
date?
the second one.
yeah, the second day we actually went for. I think I got up. So I said I'll take her and get a pedicure, pedicure.
Oh, okay.
And we did
That'll
that.
get
And so
him.
that's what I think. That's what sealed the
That'll
deal.
get
Yeah.
him.
By
After that, I
herself,
was a lot
by
more
herself
calmer.
or y'all together?
Together. Never did it again. That was my first and last time ever doing it.
Ever.
I only did it so I can get that second date.
No,
Oh
you said
my
the wrong thing.
gosh,
No.
bro.
I had to be honest.
We was about to go to Puerto Rico. Wifey wanted to get her toes and nails done. Cool.
Yeah.
She's like, you want to come with me? You know what? Why not? I go in there, bro. They start messing with my feet, bro. That is torture, bro.
I got a toe that nobody should be seeing.
Bro,
One toe at all 10. Ain't nobody should ever
I
see
don't
that
think
toe.
I've ever seen your feet.
Bro,
Ever.
that's
Like,
why. You see, I got the Crocs on all the time, but I got the ones that just cover your toes.
Oh, my
you ain't
goodness.
never gonna catch me no slides.
Oh man.
Bro, that was torture, bro.
Yeah.
It was torture. I couldn't take it. I don't. How do y'all do, bro? She doing it. I'm like gritting my teeth. Like it's terrible.
see
It was
him like
nice
this.
though. I enjoyed it. I just
Oh,
don't
no,
want anybody seeing
couldn't
that
stand
toe.
it. I can stand. I can get a manicure. That's fine.
Yeah.
But they was touching my toe,
just
bro.
ticklish.
Oh my god.
Oh, you're ticklish.
I
Oh,
couldn't.
I'm not.
It was
yeah.
torture.
It is when they like start doing a little.
I enjoyed it though.
I did.
I enjoyed
nice,
it.
I was like, never again.
Yeah.
I
So his
just-
feet
it's just
still
not my
look
scene.
like.
My feet look good. I have beautiful man feet.
Yeah.
You know this.
This one's
Several
great.
people have told me this.
Yeah. Them things need to be touched.
Several people had told me this.
There's been many times. "Well, take off your shirt." I'll tell you what. Oh,
I make sure I take off this one if they want to see something. I just
one?
I just tell them that it's identical.
now I want to see.
I mean,
Now I want to post it.
so I'm gonna show you this one.
Catch you slipping.
But for families out there, married couples, single or married, that are wanting to pursue entrepreneur space, what's some words of wisdom do you have for them? Just starting out.
And stay consistent. Excuse me. Let me change that order up. Put God first,
Facts.
because you can't do anything, especially entrepreneurship, without putting God 1st. That's number one. Number two, stay consistent, because you are going to have ups and downs. And we didn't really get into it, but
We didn't get to the downs,
Nah,
but
let's
you guys
just
are
say-
always welcome.
let's just say this is a season for us to where
Yeah.
we definitely have to do some re-strategizing. But stay consistent. And then the next one I would say is just always make time for your family. Always make time for your babies, for your wife. And yeah, man.
Okay.
Yeah.
What about you? Yeah, just tagging on
You
that.
know, my biggest thing is if it's not glorifying God, it ain't for me. And so if an idea comes up in my head, we have a lot of, as an entrepreneur, you're going to have a lot of ideas.
Yeah.
You're going to have a lot of, ooh, that's a good idea. Like, not every idea is going to make it, but you always need to be in prayer, ask God if this is something that you need to do or should do. Don't even move without God moving first. Right? Because you don't even know if you're working alone and God has not put his hand on that thing, it's going to do nothing but it can go up, but it's going to go down and then down and down. And you won't see the success that God can give you. You'll only see the success that man can give you. And so I would say make sure you have God's permission to move forward with that idea. Make sure that you are always not just thinking about money. You're thinking about people around you and how people around you, we're all one big body of Christ. So you should be pouring into these people with this gift that you have at all times. At all times. And if you going by the word, you are seeking the kingdom first, right? And living your life righteously, living your business righteously, and everything is, all the other things will be added unto you. So if you find yourself hustling so hard that you're stressed out and worried about the next day and the next year and all that stuff, like you working too hard, because God, once you hit that point where he told you to work, he said, do this, and you do it, you're obedient, he opens the doors, right? And he brings the people. He is the source, and he gives resources, right? So you have to do what God told you to do and be obedient. Obedience is the second one. Do what God told you to do, and you won't find yourself having to swindle around and make deals and like, is this gonna make money? Is this gonna make money?
By a thread.
Yeah, stop it. God is gonna take care of everything that you need once you do what you're supposed to do, right? And a lot of people, they get comfortable with the success and they forget about God.
Facts.
Right? God's sitting there watching you like, oh, you.
Forget to read
Okay,
the
you
Bible
done
in
took
the
your training.
morning,
I done
get
took
to
your
pray,
training wheels off, and you're gone. Like, and you don't need me no more. Okay,
That's
sure.
really important, man.
You know what I'm saying? God is watching. I'm gonna watch you, and you gonna crumble. All that weight that's on you, that's my weight. You taking my weight. I'm gonna watch you crumble, right? And he's an awesome God. He's an awesome Father, right? So he's gonna correct you, and if you let him, he'll correct you. He's gonna love you through it. Your decisions are very, very important, right? So make sure that you are consulting with God, and you're communicating with God and letting him communicate back to you. Wait before you do the next step, right? Because he will let you do it alone. And all the things that are happening to you, you can tell why this happened, or is this just God just testing me? Like you can tell whenever you've caused something, your decision caused you to do, have something happen to you, versus God is trying to get my attention. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Okay, God told me not to do that. Right? You have to be so in tune with God. You have to know his voice. Just like if we're talking, I know your voice. If we've known each other long enough now to where if Dame is talking over there in a crowd full of people, oh, that's Dame. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You have that's how close you got to be to God to know the Holy Spirit is talking to you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It should be familiar. If God said, don't do that, don't do that. Because it's real soft, real subtle.
Like the honey.
Like the honey. Don't do that. And sometimes it's real firm, right? So either way, you got to know the voice of God as an entrepreneur because you're taking the route where you're working 24/7. You're working 24/7. So that means you have to have a 24/7 God behind your back, backing you up, and you better allow him in that thing. So that obedience, obeying God, bringing God in, inviting him in, asking him, being obedient, and just knowing that everything is not going to be perfect.
Yep.
There's a lot of people that are scared to fail, but I'm a type of person that I'm scared to succeed. Right?
Talk about that then.
It's a lot.
Also.
Being scared to succeed, you're thinking about all the responsibilities that you're going to have to do after you've accepted the calling.
I see what you mean.
Right? Oh my gosh, this. Oh my gosh, that. There's so much I have to do. Like more family, more this, more that, and then you just go into like this paralysis, like you just paralyzed, like and
stagnant.
You know what I'm saying?
Makes sense.
And so like you really gotta understand that God can do anything. Anything. You have to take your time and understand that there will be downs, and you're gonna have to endure during those times. And there's going to be ups, right? So during both times, you're praising God. You praising him. You thanking him. You're grateful. You're thankful. God is merciful and graceful. Thank him. You know what I'm saying? Your entrepreneurship is a ministry. It's not for you to make money, just to make money for your family. You're not even the provider. God is the provider.
Thanks.
Where your head at? That's why you ain't providing. Even in the Bible say, man who don't work, don't eat. Right? The entrepreneur, that's you. If you ain't working, you're not eating. So if you're not eating, you know why. The word tells you. But God is the provider. If you're a man and you're an entrepreneur, you're a father, God is the provider. First and foremost. Don't ever think that you can out-provide God. You cannot. Because he'll take it away if he needs to. You need to make sure that you are, if he's trying to build you, if he's trying to build your character, if he's trying to break you down a little bit and then bring you back up, you need to obey him. Yeah. You need to give in. You need to stop resisting, right? Because as an entrepreneur, that's the way that you take him, for real. You're going to endure some things, and it's going to be rough at times, and you're going to want to give up and go back to the 9-to-5, which is okay.
So many times I've wanted to.
But it's okay. It's okay to do that. What's wrong with that? Because God said, work for man like you working for me.
Yeah.
What's wrong with that? If you need to do that, do that. You got to be wise.
I tell people that like the strongest thing, like when people want to leave their W-2 to go to entrepreneurship, I tell them like, why do you want to do that? The thing is, I'm all for, jumping fully into like, your entrepreneur thing, but you gotta be wise with it. You can't just be like, I didn't really do it the wrong way. I got fired. Same. I got fired too. But if I had the choice, I'm not gonna quit just because I was like, oh, I want to work for myself, I want to do this and that. I think I'm thinking about if I'm doing that, I'm thinking about the wrong mentality of why I want to do it. If it's more so like I want to make an impact, I want to do this and that, it's gonna take time. Yeah. And use your W-2 to leverage that until you get to that point.
Everybody's not built for entrepreneurship.
Everybody's not. As much as I want people to be, they're not.
Yeah.
Some people just gotta be the employees.
Yeah, that's true.
It's not for the faint of heart.
It's not at all.
Yeah, and even with the W-2 though, like I don't know how y'all was raised, but my parents was like, get a job or don't succeed at all. Like
everybody's parents was like,
you know what I'm saying? Like
they come from that generation.
My mom was different.
She was different.
She was different. She said if I didn't want to go to college, I got to get my license.
Okay.
And she was okay with it, but she's like, hey, you gotta make a way.
That's what I want to teach my kids.
Exactly.
I want to teach my kids like if you go get a job, make sure it's a temporary thing because you are only making somebody else richer.
Exactly.
You are never
Yeah.
ever being. You're
Paying
not
someone
going to
else's
be able
mortgage.
to. Yeah.
Yeah.
You're not going to be able to make more money than what they're making ever.
I talk to Camille all the time. Start your business right now. What, mommy? I'm 8.
Man, I was.
We
I've
done
been
got
trying
Ava's
to tell-
Bakery going.
Yeah, I've been trying to tell my oldest daughter that for a long time. I was like, you could already.
She has a
be-
personality for it too.
Absolutely.
She definitely
man.
does.
She got to figure out
She's
what it
very
is
open
she wants to
and
do.
confident. Yeah.
And I think that's a lot of stress on a child.
It's not.
I mean, it's a lot of stress on us though. Like,
It's-
what do you
it's
want
a
to
lot-
be when you grow up?
It's a lot of stress
That,
on us.
yeah. it
You know what I'm
is.
saying?
I never knew that
Stress on us
answer.
because we're having to figure that out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As
we go.
25, 20, if you know what you want to do at a
But
young
why do we have
age,
to know? Wait, why do we have to know what we want to do? It's already given to us. It's already the tools and stuff is already inside of us.
Okay. How do you want to use your tools?
Right. Oh, that's a good question.
Like,
It's,
yeah.
it's the same
Like,
question.
what gifts
Bet-
do you
no,
feel
it's a
like
better
you-
question.
Yeah. Like, what gifts do you have and how do you want to use them?
How do
Right.
you want to use? To me, it's the same thing because it's saying, what do you want to do when you grow up? It's the same thing.
I don't think
it's
so.
just structured
That's a
differently.
whole flip.
It's a more clever way to ask the question.
Mm-hmm.
But it's still the same concept of figure out what it is what you want to do now, and everything that you do, make sure it's geared towards what your ultimate goal
Yeah.
is.
I always ask people, like, if you were in a blank room, Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
When-
I got time restraint.
Whenever, yeah, I remember.
I can't say the time is though, but
It's time. I always ask people if you're put in a blank room, right? Walls and like nothing in there but you. What could you do? You know what I'm saying? And she's like, I don't know. Like I said, you can't build no Legos. You can't build no Minecraft. I said, what can she's? I don't know. Sing. Oh, you can sing. Okay. You can worship. Okay. I said, talk. Oh, you could talk. Empower people. Oh, that's wonderful. Like, and it just now she's trying to pull from nothing. Like, I'm getting her to think, what is inside of you? What do you have inside of you that you could just do without tools, right? Because God will give you those tools. But it's just like, if you want to figure out what you can do, you have to pray about it. And just it's really low key the stuff that you be resisting.
yeah.
Like, it's really,
Thanks.
I don't want to do that. Kids? No, I don't want to teach kids. No, that's my whole calling. I love children. I love them, counseling them, everything.
Every part of it.
Anyways, part 2, probably.
No, definitely. No, I definitely enjoyed you guys having on. I think that was very informative for a lot of listeners that are informal. Is it
No,
informative?
I'm making fun. I'm making fun.
Informative.
Oh, but no, I
Stop.
think y'all got a lot more in store. I would love to have you guys on again for part 2. With that being said, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Come back in next week for the next episode, and y'all know, just stay blessed and busy.
Blessed and busy.
Yeah.